they would sing when they talk to you. Right now, I want to go back a little bit if I can.
What's up, everybody?
When you get on the keys, Jimmy, you get on the guitar.
I just want to jump in for a few minutes before we start our show on the Reinvention Center. I know that this is going to be short. I've been kind of like trying to study for what we're going to do and how we're going to make the approach to make the final push to free my brother Marcus Boyd, man. Congratulations, Brother Jay, on just not coming home, man. He just got home. He just left federal prison this week. Hopefully we can get him on to where he'll be able to log in and, share and tell his experience with Brother Boyd while he was incarcerated. It's been a long week. Got a lot of issues going on all over the country within the prison system, man. With COVID-19 and everything is shutting back down, so visitations are being cut, nationwide with the prison system. Not only that, man, I think that with Biden making the push to try to revoke the compassion release, all those people who were freed on the compassion release, when this thing get better, but it's not getting any better, it's actually getting worse for those who had underlying conditions and are in and were in federal prison and are out on house arrest now. So I think that that's going to be crucial in the months to come. That's going to be a serious topic when they start trying to transfer guys back into prison, weed them back into the system. The way it's been like a hotbed in different prisons and stuff, they can't even get it under control while they're, hey baby, get you some rest. I think that that's going to be a real hotbed, with people who got out on compassion release due to them having underlying condition when COVID-19 first came out, and now with the Delta variant coming on strong, affecting kids, and then kids are basically the carriers of it. So it's going to be a hotbed. You're talking about taking these people from out here that you let out because they had underlying conditions and putting them back in prison. I just don't think that that's anywhere fair or anywhere even close to being fair. Thank you, baby, for posting the link. So anybody who jumps on, man, you can see the link. My baby just posted it. So you see the meeting ID and the time. It's going to be at night. I'm going to leave here about 10 minutes early, 10 minutes still, so we can jump on and I can jump on and, we can get that, we can get ready to do the part 2 of the Marcus Boyd show. So we're going to try to make a collective push with his family to try to get him free. You know what I mean? So that's all, man. It's just been a lot of things going on within the prison system. Tonight I'm going to try to break down how, even though your loved one went to prison for, let's just say, selling drugs, how the government took his past and took stuff that was never taken before a jury and raised their sentencing guideline up to give them more time. So I think that that's crucial, man. A lot of people don't understand that. They just say, okay, my relative was selling drugs, okay, my relative committed a robbery, or my relative was convicted felon in possession of a firearm. But the prosecutors have a unique scheme that they mostly use with African Americans to give them more time. They enhance us at a higher rate than any other race. And I just think it's unfair. I just think it's crazy. I just think it's, absolutely absurd that we would be subjected to harsher penalties just based on our skin color. And that's just it. I had a great day today, man. I went had a great weekend all together, man. I went to spend time, some much needed time to recalibrate with my baby. So, that was soul soothing for me, in the sense that it kind of re-energized me and gave me strength. And I also had time to go to church today and visit a good partner of mine. Hey, Miss Brown, how you doing? It was good seeing you guys at the casino. Tell your hubby, I said, what's up? And I look at my story because I put out a picture in my story. Hey, what's up, Ro? How y'all doing? Bruno? So I just think that it's imperative that we understand how the government uses different tactics to give us as African Americans a higher sentence. We don't see that. We don't see the behind the scenes trickery. You know, they take us to trial. They do this thing on TV and everything, or in court for the family, do trial, make it seem like you got a legitimate trial. When in fact, behind the scenes, what they do is construct the sentencing guidelines and put in things like relevant conduct or a person who is in jail statement, you know, and give him a 5K1 to let him out, just so they can give a person a higher sentence. You know, so it's like robbing Peter to pay Paul, or rewarding Judas for locking up another Savior, you know, so to speak. You know what I mean? So all of us as kings in the black community, man, you know, you got these people who, the government got these rewards. I love you too, baby. The government got these rewards to where they give rats a bigger piece of the cheese when they come and tell on people who don't deserve to be in prison for that amount of time. You know, and when the law changed, they make us fight tooth and nail just to get benefit to that law. You know what I mean? You know, just say with the I tell people all the time when I first went in 1997 when the heroin law changed, that when the heroin law changed, thank you, Janissa. So what it did was all the guys who had, which were mostly upper level Hispanics and thank you, Jason, upper level Caucasians and Mexicans, man, they call them people to R&D, call them to pack out the same day that the law changed. And for like 2 or 3 months, Lester, send the link. The link is here. My baby already posted the link. Make sure that you copy that link so you'll be ready to jump on. And I need you on at least about 5 minutes till 8 your time. Yeah. So make sure that you jump on and make sure that you give Brother Nate a call or anybody else. I don't know if Cuzzo got in touch with Graham or whatever. We would like to have everybody on that we can. We're getting ready to do part 2 of the Marcus Board. This is just my live preview so I can try to get people over to join the show. And we talk about one of our Tunica homeboys, our Tunica, Mississippi homeboys that had a life sentence. You know what I mean? Even though he fell out of Memphis, he was born and raised in Tunica. You know, where he went to high school in Memphis, but he was born and raised in Tunica. So we want to try to, you know him as Brother Boyd. A lot of people on the street know him as G Black. You know what I mean? His family know him simply as Marcus. Some of them know him as Black. But you know, a real good brother, man, who's been in over 2 decades. And it's time for him to come home, man. The law has changed and it's saying that the government should have resentenced him under the First Step Act. They haven't done that, so we want to try to put some pressure on them. You know, either they're going to do it by a compassion release or, you know what I mean, or just the appeal of the First Step Act. He has an attorney, Allison Pearson. He also has Tommy Walker. You know Tommy Walker from being an inmate lawyer inside to help a lot of people get home while he was inside and while he was outside. But it's part 2, man, of liberty and justice for all, man. I think that we all deserve a piece of liberty at some point in time, man. You just can't keep messing over us and think that it's going to continue to be okay. You know what I mean? You know, so it's time that we call upon God, man, and get into prayer mode and get into action mode. You know, faith without work is dead. If we have faith that we can get home, we got to put in the work to try to go ahead and bring him home, man, before this year's out. You know what I mean? Before the close of the year, we need to have something solidified to where we can, you know, we can get them to give him some relief. Give him time served. He served 21 years. If he was doing, if he had a 25-year sentence, it would be time for him to come home. You know what I mean? Instead, they gave him a life sentence for the drugs, in which they use a lot of different schemes to enhance him of conduct that he was not charged with in his indictment. Everybody knows that Apprendi versus New Jersey says that if you didn't take it before a jury, then you can't use that to enhance him. You know what I mean? Same thing with Blakely versus Washington. Several Supreme Court cases have came out saying that they can't use that uncharged conduct to enhance him. but they have, and so they haven't given us any release in regards to that. All of us, so to speak. He's still under the 101 guideline, simply because they don't want to give him any relief. If they take him back and re-sentence him, they can't give him they can't give him more time than 20 years, because that's what his base charge is. His cocaine charge is the foundation of his whole charge. You take away the base, if you shrink the base, then his time has to come down. The base charge can't get more than 20 years. So no matter how many enhancements that you put on him, his top sentencing years can't be more than 20 years with 3 years supervised release. So that's what they don't want to do. Right now he has a life sentence because they charged him with the relevant conduct of the drugs. Even though they enhanced him as being a leader, it doesn't matter. If his base says that he can't go over 20 years, then he just simply can't go over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So they just point blank. You know what I mean? So we just have to find a constructive, unified way to come in and help him. So as I was saying earlier, I went to church today with a guy who's now a pastor. He used to preach the word inside John Williams. Inside we used to call him Gun Line, so people who know him might refer to him as Gun Line. I went to his church where he's going to be installed as a new pastor in October. They got a scheduling date, but he preached his first sermon here at this church. He goes to many different churches where he preached as an associate pastor. So now he has his own church. He's going to have his own congregation he's going to be responsible for. A lot of things going on in the community. I haven't forgot about my Mount Bayou people, just waiting on a few things to line up, so that we can get some things done with the Catholic school, finishing up with the Black History Museum, and a few other projects that we have. So looking for somebody with a truck in the Mississippi area, Mount Bayou, so that I can pick up food to pass out. You know what I mean? My transportation I don't have. The guy's not able to bring the food to me anymore, so he said I can come get it. I can come get as much as I want. So if you know anybody in this area, in the Mississippi area, that wants to donate their time, we'll raise some money and get the gas paid for, the diesel paid for, so that he can go up to either Louisville, Kentucky, or Hammond, Indiana to pick up the food and bring it back down here. And it's a great quality of food, and it's a good way to give back to the Black community here in the Mississippi Delta. But look, I'm going to jump over to the Reinvention Center. Here's the link. My baby just posted the link again. Got the story of Marcus Ward. I want everybody who knows him, everybody who believes in liberty and justice for all, everybody who believes that mass incarceration is a bad epidemic, or either, how can I say it, a nightmare that we're still living. You know what I mean? So I want you to come over and join the Reinvention Center. Here's the link. Copy the link, and please join us. It'll be starting in about approximately 15 minutes at the max. I'm going to jump over so I can get ready and line up my thing, lay out my paperwork so I can work on getting my brother home, man. You guys take care. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate you. And that's it. Love you guys, man. Take care, all right?